I have finally seen the movie called Peninsula, presented by Train to Busan, and I gotta say, it was an interesting zombie movie. I expected it to be good, and it was. They really delivered with this movie. Of course, you have the classic zombie stuff that's always going on, but you can really separate it from other zombie flicks you have seen before. In this movie, the zombie apocalypse has started. There are a lot of infected people, but we'll still go for the refugees as they should. So let's send ships to bring them to safety. There's a lieutenant or commander. He's driving with his sister and his nephew and his brother-in-law in the car, and he's trying to bring them to the ship because it's time to get the hell out of there, and things are already escalating and going crazy, and there are a lot of people that are starting to transition into zombies. The chilling scene, the emotional scene about this movie, or one of the emotional scenes, is that they get stopped by a guy who's just pleading, he's just begging for them to not even take him because he was injured and maybe even infected. Either way, the verdict is still out on that one. He's just begging for them to at least take his wife and his poor innocent baby girl, and I really felt for the mother in that situation because even when they drove past the dad, the mom was still like, even in that situation, she was still patient and polite to not bang the crap out of that window of that car just to get her baby girl in. She still like asked politely, like, please, can you take my girl with you? Even if you don't want to take me, bring her to safety. She needs to be safe. Being a great mother in that situation. And they still leave her because at one point this soldier is in conflict with himself on whether he should take her or not and risk the safety of his family, or just leave them and drive to the ship. So to make a long story short, there are infected people on the ship. He starts losing family members with a soul-crushing, weeping performance of one of his family members, and that scene was just, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. At a certain point, the scene fades to black. I don't think any of the refugees pretty much make it back to, or make it to another country in order to be safe. Like, either most of them or all of them are in a specific area where there aren't a lot of people. It is a little bit abandoned, but you can like eat, drink, and all that kind of, you can socialize. But the characters that remain, they're barely recognizable, like they're unrecognizable. They have long hair, like you don't even realize at a point that, hey, okay, that's the soldier we just saw in a few scenes back. You don't even know that that's him until a little bit later on, or maybe that's just my fault. I didn't recognize him immediately. So they meet this white guy that convinces them to go back to this zombie infested area in Asia in this film to get a significant amount of money that could basically ensure their freedom. And at this point, I do understand why they want that. They're just asking themselves why they should have the will to live at all, because this is beyond hell. They go out there, things go wrong quickly, and they realize they've made one of the biggest mistakes in their lives. This film is about second chances and also reminding us that zombies are mindless creatures that you can easily avoid, to where a big sacrifice at the end is just unnecessary. What I also like about this movie is that it makes you doubt what's gonna happen to the main character. Like, is he gonna die at the end? Or is he gonna pass away somewhere else? Or really have a different fate? I have just so much respect for the grandpa in this movie, and even more for the female character. And it's so funny how the bad guys have this FU attitude from the day they started out as villains to the last second close to their death. My conclusion is that it was a great movie. I recommend it. Check it out. It's also low-key a reflection on current events. Do the classic thing, like, share, and subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I will see you in probably the next review, because the reviews for Warrior Nun and Bill and Ted Face the Music are coming up soon.